Our walking home topic is going to be why Dale and I don't have cheat days. I think that sign for cheat is a Texas sign. When you overeat on net carbs more than your cells and your body can burn, two things happen. Some of those carbs are stored as sugar in your liver, and the rest are stored as fat in your fat cells. Your liver stores up to 3 days worth of sugar. Then it's going to take 4 days to get back on track. 4 days, in my instance, to get back in fat burning mode, and 4 days for Dale to get back to normal blood sugar. So overeating 1 day, the next 3 days, your liver is going to be releasing that sugar. Your brain is designed for your body not to starve to death. That's one of its highest priorities. Your body's goal is to maintain a steady blood sugar, whether that means at 200 or 150, whatever it is, your body wants your blood sugar to be stable. That tells your brain you have food. So the liver stores sugar for 3 days, and for the next 2 or 3 days, your blood sugar is going to test stable even if you're eating lower carbs or keto. And if your blood sugar drops, that's what tells your brain there's a famine. Then your brain's going to increase your appetite to maintain that higher blood sugar. It wants you to eat, doesn't want you to starve to death. And that's where the research into these new weight loss drugs is helping, because they're having to justify to insurance why they're needed. They're researching what causes that appetite to increase, what causes people to gain the weight back. Now, I don't use weight loss drugs or surgery, but I'm not against it. Do what works for you. In the past, we've been told we just didn't have enough willpower. But this new research is showing that's not true. And that's where justifying these medications for insurance is helping us, because research has shown after a year of weight loss, your brain increases your appetite. It wants you to eat more because it thinks there's a famine in the land because you lost weight. It doesn't want you to starve to death. My point is, by having a cheat day and causing my blood sugar to go up on Saturday, maybe I just ate more keto products than I needed to. Doesn't mean I had to eat pizza and ice cream and all those high carb food. I just ate more net carbs than my body can handle, more than I can burn. So the next 3 or 4 days, my appetite is also going to go up because my brain wants me to maintain that higher blood sugar, and I'm going to have to use that willpower to resist that increased hunger, and I hate that. I'd rather not have a cheat day than have to use my willpower. For example, if we have a Saturday cheat day and I eat my normal coffee breakfast, but I add in cinnamon rolls of Dale, his pizza for lunch, make myself a mug cake, and I eat 50 net carbs. Normally, I eat 20. That's what my body does best with. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'm not going to be burning fat. I'm not going to be in ketosis. Hopefully, if I get back on track, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, if I eat my 20 net carbs Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, hopefully by Wednesday, I'll be back to burning fat, back in ketosis. Then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm burning fat. And that is what makes me feel the best. For Dale, it means Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, if he overeats, he's going to have high blood sugar. It's not good for his organs. Hopefully by Wednesday, we're both back on track. But if we have a cheat day the next Saturday, we've only had 3 days of optimal performance. For me, that means being in ketosis, which helped me lose 150 pounds to fight obesity, but also helps with my arthritis. For Dale, that means regular blood sugar protects his organs, his eyes, his liver, his heart. He also likes the weight loss that he's had. But 3 days of normal blood sugar for Dale and being in ketosis for me doesn't help those results last. So 1 cheat day a week isn't worth it to us. But you'll see other keto channels that have cheat days, and it works for them. And why is that? Well, you have to understand how their body works. Dale and my cells resist insulin. That means insulin moving those carbs, that sugar, into our cells for burning energy doesn't work. That hormone process is broken. But the average person, insulin takes that sugar and causes those cells to burn that sugar for energy. The average person, it doesn't matter how many carbs they eat, how much sugar they eat, 2 hours later, their blood sugar is going to be back to normal. So if you follow a person who eats something, low carb or keto, then they test their blood sugar to show you what foods are good to eat and what foods aren't good to eat. Their results and your results are going to be different. The average person whose cells don't resist communicating with insulin, they can eat more. Okay, for example, you've seen actors who had to gain weight for roles, and sometimes they really struggle to gain that weight. That's because healthy cells process that sugar, and that makes it difficult to gain that weight. But Dale and my cells don't work the same way. We take that extra sugar, and it's either stuck in our blood, moved into our liver, or moved into our fat cells. So that's going to be the difference. Athletes who eat keto or low carb tend to do carb loading before an event because their cells don't resist those carbs. They burn that sugar just fine, but my cells don't. So you need to understand the difference. Understand the person you follow. Hang on, let's hold this and do some more walking. I've gleaned recipes from a lot of keto people. But their experience and my experience are different. So be careful following keto bloggers, vloggers' eating schedule, the number of net carbs they eat, etc. Gleaning recipes, great. Carb Manager actually has a feature where you can enter recipes. So always enter recipes for yourself and figure out the net carbs. Don't even trust me, because sometimes I make mistakes. And that's why testing your blood sugar is so important. And if your goal is fat burning like me to stay in ketosis, test your ketones. Do that 2 hours after eating. Because each person is different. Dale and I are different. Dale's goal is not fat burning. Yes, he does burn fat, but at a much smaller rate than me. My goal is fat burning. My brain runs best on ketones. So know why that person is able to have cheat days. Now, does that mean we never have special treats? Oh, of course we do. But I plan them. I make them fit into our net carbs and our calories. For special days, maybe we have less nutritious food, maybe more desserts, Christmas cookies, Thanksgiving pie, all keto, of course. But I plan. I'm big on planning. Plan, prep, preferably the night before at a minimum. And having a set menu for other days really helps me with Dale because I don't eat his foods. But they do tempt me. I could eat like Dale, but I would not be satisfied. I wouldn't feel full. I'd still be hungry. I'd much rather have my meat and vegetables. Remember, he doesn't eat as much meat. He doesn't eat as many vegetables. I'm also allergic to cheese. I'm allergic to cream. I'm allergic to butter. I'm allergic to almonds. So his foods aren't good for me. Now, they're not a dangerous allergy, but I do break out in hives, and all that itching is no fun. So plan special foods. For your birthday, plan that mug cake. Plan those Christmas cookies. Plan that Christmas chocolate. Keto, of course. Fit it into your net carbs and your calories. Document it in your app. Now, I've also used the app Fat Secret, but honestly, Carb Manager is a much better fit for low carb and keto. It's designed for those diets. But Judith, I planned and I prepped and I documented my food. I figured out how many net carbs I need to eat and how many calories, but I still overate. I stopped burning fat. My blood sugar went up. So what do I do now? Well, it's going to take two things. Well, actually three things. It's going to take getting back on track, eating according to your plan, and it's going to take time. Your body needs time to burn through that sugar in your liver, a minimum of 3 days. And the way to speed that up is through exercise. Exercise is going to help that. Walking, biking, Goodwill, I've mentioned before, resale stores, Habitat for Humanity, Salvation Army is a good place to buy stationary exercise bikes. And they have them pretty cheap because the electronics on them don't work anymore. I don't need those little pulse monitors or a screen with a movie. I don't need a mile tracker. I just need a bike that'll pedal. I don't need the fancy arm handles. I actually hate those things. You can typically find those for about $35. Just 10 minutes of walking or 10 minutes of biking, that's a good start. Now, if you've just started keto or you've never been able to stick with it, in the beginning, it takes 2 weeks to get into a fat burning mode. Your body needs time for your brain to realize, oh, we're not eating sugar anymore, so I need to switch to burning fat instead. It's going to take time. I know you don't want to hear that, but it takes time. And I am fortunate to live in a city with such beautiful green space. So I didn't show you this morning, but I walk from home up to the park, then I walk through this beautiful park and up through the college to the store. I am lucky. The walk really helps my mental health. It helps me not dwell on my to-do list at home and my worry lists. We all have those. It also gives me good brain chemicals. It also suppresses my appetite. Plus, it's good for my physical health. I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to finish my walk home. So thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye.